What's up, everybody? It is negative 11 degrees outside, and I need something warm to keep me nice and happy and energized, so I'm drinking some coffee. I ran out of coffee mugs, so I am drinking coffee out of a wine glass. It actually works pretty well. So today I'm going to go over 15 words and phrases that you should know before coming to Sweden. And number one, I'm starting off with fika, which is pretty much what I'm doing right now. But in reality, fika is something, it's usually you're eating something sweet, you're drinking coffee, you're having a little break. It could be you could be drinking tea, but let's be honest, most Swedes are drinking coffee. If you're a Swede that's drinking tea at your fika, leave a comment down below and we'll just see how many Swedes write that. Fika is just a really fun concept, and it's really popular here because when Swedes are working, or even if it's the weekend, Swedes will take a lot of fika breaks, so that could be a word that you hear a lot here. A couple of really easy Swedish words that you should know are Godmorgon and Godnatt. This is basically good morning and good night. Am I the only one that thinks this sounds a lot similar to English? If you see somebody for the first time and you want to say hey, well, it's basically the same in Swedish. You can say hey, but they spell it H-E-J here, whereas in English it's H-E-Y. Because it sounds exactly the same, even if you're a foreigner and you just say hey to somebody, people will not necessarily know if you're Swedish or not from here. So just by saying hey, you can buy yourself about 5 seconds of people thinking that you might speak Swedish. Another very common way of saying hey that I never found on Duolingo or some of these language learning apps is tjena, which tjena means service. I'm not really sure why service is used for hey, maybe like at your service. Maybe it's like a very like ancient way of saying at your service, you know, with like the gesture. Just forget that. At your service. If you want to say thank you in Sweden, that is tack. I always thought that the Swedish word for thank you was so aggressive, like tack you. I don't know. Don't say tack you. That's not Swedish. If you want to say thanks so much, you could say tack så mycket. If you want to say you are welcome in Swedish, that would be varsågod. And this is like when people say it fast, it almost sounds like varsågod. I always remember this word because there was a town, a suburb like just outside of my town in America called Varsågod, and it kind of sounded like varsågod. I don't know if that'll help you, but varsågod. Another funny word in Swedish is the word for good, which is actually bra. So if you want to tell somebody to have a good day, you could say ha and bra dag. Also sounds very similar to English if you think about it, like ha, have, and a bra. Well, bra doesn't really sound like English. That sounds like something else. But dog, day, that's pretty similar. Ha and bra dag, detsamma, detsamma. Same to you. The Swedish word for help is hjälp. The H is sort of silent, sort of like the J with the Y sound, like hjälp. Behöver du hjälp? Ja, jag behöver hjälp. Kan du hjälpa mig? Vad behöver du hjälp med? Smash the like button. No, really. Smash the like button. It helps me a lot. Now let's say you're looking for something. Vart är toaletten? Vart är tunnelbanan? Vart är mataffären? Those are all ways to say, where is? The A with the 2 dots in Swedish is kind of tough for foreigners to pronounce even after 4 years. It's kind of like the sound. So like the it's still like, even though it's a very common Swedish word that I use on a daily basis, my pronunciation of that word still is not perfect. Now, if you eat dinner at a restaurant in America, normally the server will come up to you and ask you if you would like to pay. In Sweden, you pretty much always have to ask the server, and sometimes it can be sort of hard to get their attention. So if you want to say, excuse me, you could say Ursäkta, and maybe that can get their attention. Kan jag betala? Can I pay? You could also say, vi vill betala. Absolut. If you want to congratulate somebody, you could say, Grattis. This is also the word that is primarily used when it's somebody's birthday. Grattis på födelsedagen. And the last Swedish word that I want to cover in this video is a word that does not have a direct translation into English, but the best way to describe it would be not too much, not too little, but just the right amount. And that is the word lagom. Hur mår du idag? Ja, ganska lagom skulle jag säga. Lagom is actually one of my favorite words. Men va? Det var 15 redan? Ja, det var redan 15. So that's it for this one, guys. 15 common Swedish words and phrases. And master these and you'll be well on your way to fitting in with the locals here in Sweden. Tack för idag allihopa och vi ses nästa gång. Hej då!